Take the bass line out. Jiggle. Down. Yeah. Let it bump though.
I ain't seen you up there. I was kicked out of school at 17, and once I was kicked out of school, you know, I went to the streets full time. After that, I had several run-ins with the law. My brother was killed, however, once I was incarcerated and did time in 1991. A month after I was locked up, my brother was kidnapped, robbed, and killed. And most of my best friends were robbed and killed. You gonna bring my money back?
I'm gonna bring your stuff up.
I don't take it. All right. Take $5 to bring my money back. I went in and out of jail on several occasions, and you know, I didn't learn my lesson, but this the last time when I did the 4-year sentence, that time it was a moment where I just sat there and decided that I was going to change and that I was going to go back and help people, give it back to my community and try to make sure other people don't go through what I went through and what my brother went through and what my mother and father went through, who at one time in their life they were often on drugs. If I didn't experience what I experienced, I wouldn't be able to help people.
I'm from the school of the hard knocks. We must not let outsiders violate our block.
There's a lot of activity going on.
Simple argument can turn into a fight, which can turn into a shooting, and you got a lot of people who are actually, you know, at risk because of the access of guns in the city. It's like easy for anybody at the snap of a finger to get a gun. So just as fast as a fight can kick off, a shooting can occur. I was a guy, grew up in a tough neighborhood. At the age of like 12 years old, I was selling drugs, all types of stuff. It was crazy because we needed things. And I was one of these youth that dealt with my issues through anger. At 16 years old, I was incarcerated for a period of time. And throughout that period of time, I met some guys, and they kind of pulled me up to help me to deal with my anger because they saw that I had more potential than to just, you know, deteriorate in the system. So I saw those guys with the same respect that I had, but they wasn't showing that aggression. They was using their brains and getting the same respect that I was getting by acting a fool.
Some boy, he doesn't go to fight or something. He must have hit her in her face.
He's a grown man.
Hit her?
In front of the police officer. Just tell my sister face. A young man, he approached a blue student in reference to his sister. He says that she's messing with his 12-year-old sister. She's a 9th grader at Blue Senior High School. He pushed her. The police was on scene. They did nothing. We tried to break it up, but the little girl, she's so hyped up, you know, she needs to be left alone right now. And then we're gonna contact her parent, you know, talk to her parent about it.
Just think about this. You had a dude approach her. You think she ain't got no dudes in her family?
Yeah, I know that.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
So this is how you alleviate that problem. So that's something we need to jump on top of. Call her mother and find out what this situation is.
When they talk about, you know, boys being violent, they don't understand the abuse and neglect that goes on in our community that comes from the alcoholism and drug abuse. And if you show me a parent that's on drugs or alcohol, I know that they're not capable of taking care and loving their children properly. In me and people in my company, they find people who can relate to some of the things that they're going through, some of their struggles. We should be transferring the knowledge that we have to 13 and 14-year-olds to deal with the 9 and 10-year-olds, and 18 and 19-year-olds to deal with the 13 and 14-year-olds, and the 25 and 26-year-olds should be helping the 18-year-olds.
You in school, you got your job, and you know, that's a good thing. And I just wanted to give you a hug and a handshake for everything good you're doing.
Someone to text you like, cause you ain't go up there and give her that time sheet.
Oh, I'm gonna go give her the time sheet today. I'm gonna make sure everything's going good with you, okay?
Yeah.
All right, so just have, I gotta go make a couple of more stops, but thanks for everything. Keep up the good work. All right. When I first met Bernard, you know, he was a troubled youth. You know, he was shooting at other guys from rival neighborhoods. And when I approached him, I talked to him about, you know, I came from the same background that he came in. It was all into that gang life also. And he just changed his life around, and that's basically what I do with the children. I got shot 3 times. One time I got shot 5 times, and then another time I got shot once in the arm and once in the leg. I thought fast money and all that was the end thing, and I wanted to be like everybody else, but I should have just been my own man, which I am now. And that's why the young men around here in the different neighborhoods respect me, because they know about me, or they heard about me. And, you know, they ask me all the time, you used to have money, you used to have this, that, but I told them it's not about the glitz and the glamour, it's about, you know, being yourself and being you. And I tell them do their own thing, you know, you don't have to be defined by what people think of you. You can be defined by who you are. You set a path for other people to follow, don't be a follower.